perhaps you should bring your son to the Buddha. Maybe the Buddha can bring your son back to life. And so hearing this lady was very enthusiastic. She was very happy. So the day the Buddha came to town, she brought her dead son to the Buddha, gently placed him on the ground. She went on her knees and said, Lord Buddha, my son has passed away. Is there anything you can do to help me out? Is there anything you can do to bring my son back? And so hearing this, the Buddha looked at her and he said, well, of course I can. However, I need one ingredient for this to happen. And the lady goes, well, what is it that you need? I'll do anything for my son. And the Buddha said, I need one mustard seed for one family that has not experienced death in the family. And so hearing this, she was very hopeful, very happy. And she went around the whole village asking everyone that she saw, talking to everyone that she knew, asking everyone, can I have a mustard seed? And of course everyone responded, yes. You can have this handful, you can have this bagful, you can have this, you can have that. And then she asked, well, have you experienced any death in the family? And of course everyone responded, yes. My grandfather died last year. My father died last month. My mother died last week. My brother died yesterday. My sister just passed away today. That everyone that she talked to, everyone has experienced a death in the family. So after the whole day of searching, she went back to the Buddha and said, Lord Buddha, there's nothing I can do. Everyone that I talked to has experienced a death in the family. And that's when the Buddha taught her the law of impermanence. See, the law of impermanence basically said that nothing in this universe lasts forever. That things constantly change. That from the smallest atom all the way up to the cosmos, things constantly change for every second, for every minute, for every day. That 5 years from now, we'll be 5 years older. 20 years from now, this area might change a little bit. But 100 years from now, everyone in this room, including myself, will eventually have to pass away. Because the law says that anything that has a start will have a finish, that anything has a beginning will have an ending, that there is birth, there is going to be death. So we know that death is upon us one day, and if I ask you a bold but very sincere question, that you know that today is the last day you're going to live, that tonight by midnight you will pass away, can you honestly say to yourself that you lived your life to be the best person that you can be? Can you say to yourself that you live your life to the fullest potential that you can be? Can you say to yourself that you live your life wisely, that you live your life compassionately, that you live your life helping others, that you live your life developing others, that you live your life inspiring others? If the answer is no to any of these questions, then there needs to be a change. Why? Because our goal as a Buddhist is to become a Buddha one day, to become enlightened, awakened, to escape from the cycle of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Where we can't go from where we are now to Buddhahood overnight. It takes time, practice, it takes discipline. See, as you learn how to take one step forward towards enlightenment, you learn how to remove one bad action, one bad thought, one bad deed, one bad moral, one bad behavior. As you take another step forward, you learn how to implement good behavior, good morals, good thinking, good attitude, good behavior. As you take another step forward, you realize that you have to change internally first before anything around you can change. And as you take one final step forward towards enlightenment, whatever experiences you learn along the way, you have to share with others. See, it's impossible to teach others to become happy if you're not happy yourself. It's impossible to teach others to become successful if you're not successful yourself. So it all starts with you. But the only reason why I emphasize personal development so much during this time is because when you take the teachings of the Buddha and you apply it to your daily life, when you take the teachings of the Buddha and you apply it at this moment, what you gain is called good karma, good merit, or good deed, which is needed at this time. Why? Because right now your loved one, your father, is in a unique position to transition from this material world into an immaterial world. Transition from this earthly realm that we see here with our naked eye into what the Buddha taught called the pure-net world, what Western societies known as nirvana. That in this state of nirvana, Buddha taught the land is made of gold. That whatever you want, whatever you desire, whatever you manifest within your mind, you will have it. That whatever suffering you experience in this world, absolutely, there is no suffering over there. That whatever pleasure you think you will experience in this world, it's very minuscule to the pleasure you experience over there. And so we know, we believe, we understand there's a world far greater from our own. A world where suffering does not exist. The question we should ask ourselves is, what can I do in this moment in time? That what can I do as a son? What can I do as a daughter? What can I do as a family member, as a friend, as a relative, as a loved one? That what can I do in this moment in time to to ensure that my loved one be reborn into this pure land world? And the answer is pray. Whatever your form, method, or definition of prayer is, does not matter. You can chant the Buddha's name repeatedly. You can meditate and focus on your breathing. You can even go on your knees to pray to a higher being. It does not matter. Because any form of prayer that you use forces your mind to communicate. See, there are two types of prayers in this world you have to understand. The first type of prayer is when you go forth and you ask for strength to overcome any obstacle you're facing. You ask for help to overcome any discomfort in your body. You ask for wisdom to overcome any challenges you're facing. When you ask for those, you will receive it. The problem is that people go to pray for all the wrong reasons. They go to pray because something bad already happened to them. They go with their mind filled with fear that their prayer is not going to be answered. Well, their prayer is realized. Why? Because your mind is like a transmitter. Whatever thoughts you send out into the universe comes back to you based on laws of attraction, laws of karma, laws of cause and effect. But see, that's the power of prayer as an individual. What I ask for today is the power of one family, one heartbeat, one unit. Because the power of prayer as one family, praying together as one, is like the power of a magnifying glass. Or even a better analogy. Imagine this room is dark, and I myself were to hold one candle. My one candle cannot light up this dark room. It's impossible. The darkness will overwhelm the light. But if I ask each and every one of you to hold one candle, and we all light up on one candle, though our flame of prayer may be small, together we can light up this dark room. See, together as one family, one heartbeat, one unit, praying as one, has enough collective good karma in this room that can move your loved one from this material world and into that pure land world. And for the next 49 more days, 49 days, because they say that it takes 49 days for anyone that passes away to be born into the next world. So for 49 days, I ask every single family member, every friend, every relative, everyone in this room, to study and learn one philosophy from the Buddha. Study the laws of compassion, how to develop wisdom, learn how to help others, learn how to inspire and develop others, learn how to build mental toughness, learn how to respond positively instead of negatively. Understand that one philosophy, practiced daily, will lead you to a life of abundance, a life of greatness, a life of wealth, but most importantly, a life of happiness. Happiness not only for yourself, happiness not only for your family, but most importantly, for your loved one that has recently passed away. So before I conclude, I understand that pain and suffering you're going through at this moment. And if you have any questions or concern, please feel free to let us know. We're here to service you and your family. Namo Buddhaya.